guys, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am here with another video today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of the lessons I learned this year 2023. As you all know, 2023 is about to end, meaning in a couple of days we're going to be in another year, 2024. But before then, I want to share some of the lessons that I learned this year because 2023 was not a joke to me at all. So if it sounds like something that you are interested in, then you definitely have to keep on watching. The first lesson I learned this year is that we need friends, not just friends, good friends, because we literally cannot do life all alone. We need friends to be there for us sometimes when we have challenges or when we need somebody to talk to. Friends are very, very important, meaning we need to take our time to choose our friends wisely because the kind of friends we have literally tell us the kind of person we are. So this year taught me that we need good friends, basically good friends. So if you don't have good friends, you need to start looking for one. Don't just pick anyhow friends. Friends are very, very important. Very, very important. And for you to have a good friend, you need to be a good friend. Don't expect somebody else to be a good friend to you without you considering or being a good friend to that person. Another thing I've learned this year is that good friends can come from unexpected places and unexpected ages. Another thing is we don't want to just look out for good friends. We want to also check within ourselves too. Ask yourself this question: am I a good friend? If you're a good friend, then you can actually look out for good friend from other people. Look out for the good in other people as well. Look out for good friends basically. But before looking out for those good friends, you yourself you have to be that good friend. And that's something I have learned. I have learned that for me to have a good friend, I need to be a good friend. So I've learned that. That's one thing I've learned this year, 2023. If you see me looking down, I actually jotted down all the points that I've learned this year. Okay. The second lesson I've learned this year is do not be afraid to fail. It is okay to fail. If you are scared of failing, you will not take those baby steps. It is when you fail, you get lessons, you get correction from those failures. Failing does not mean you're not good enough. If you want to start a business, if you want to start anything, do it. Do it scared. Everything we want is on the other side of fear. So whatever you're doing, do it scared. Do not be afraid to fail. And that's one thing I have learned this year. Another lesson I've learned this year is that time is the most valuable resource we have. Time is valuable. Time you cannot get it back once it's gone. So whatever you have now, the time you have now, make use of it very, very well. Spend your time wisely, use your time wisely. We don't want to allow time to pass because once time has gone, you cannot get it back. So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to start, if it is a YouTube channel, if it is a business, if it's an education, start it because time waits for no one. Once the time is gone, you cannot get it back. You will look back and you regret, why did I not start this? It's just like saying for almost a year, I did not film a YouTube video on my channel because I was busy with work. Now, looking back, I'm kind of regretting that. Oh, a whole year passed without me filming any content for my Instagram, for my TikTok, and for YouTube. And I'm looking back and I'm regretting, why did I allow this to happen? Like a whole year. Now, 2023 is gone. I can't bring back 2023. I can't start the year from January 2023 again. Literally, we're going to another year, 2024. Time waits for no one. The year is going forward. So whatever you want to do now, do it now. Time waits for no one. And the most important thing about this time is that everybody has an equal amount of time. We all have 24 hours in a day. Everybody has that 24 hours in a day. It's not like I'm having 15 hours and you're having 24, somebody else is having 13, somebody else is having 12. We all have an equal amount of this time. So we want to make use of time wisely. Make use of your time. That's something I have learned this year, 2023. I shouldn't allow time to pass by before starting what I want to do. Whatever I want to do it now. Do it now. Because if I say I'm going to do it tomorrow, procrastination, I will definitely not do it. So whatever you think you want to do it now. Another important lesson I've learned this year, like this is the most important lesson I've learned this year, is health is way more important than anything else. Like health is way more important. Um, like I said, the whole reason, like the main reason why I went off YouTube was because I was working and I neglected my YouTube channel. I wasn't able to create anything. And in the process of working, I really did not take care of my health. I worked so hard. Like I am a workaholic. I work very hard. That even my friends and my family were like, Abigail, you need to rest. They were begging me to rest. That is how hard I work. I work very, very hard because I do believe that whatever I am doing is what's doing well, and that applies to my work. So I actually gave like my whole time to my job, and it made me neglected some of the things that I needed to do, some of the things I need to do, and it also affected me health wise. Even when I am sick, I am ill, I would go to work. It affected me. I'll be sick, I'll be working. That is how it affected me mentally, physically. Sometimes I'll be very weak. I would still force myself to go to work. But now I have realized that health is wealth, because if eventually anything should happen to me, the world will still go on. People will still move on. The job will still continue, with or without me. So health is very important in whatever aspect. I'm not saying you should not work, you should not do your best at your job. But as you're doing your best at your job, prioritize your health first. If you feel any slight headache, any slight pain, rest. Rest. Because I did not rest. I did not rest. But now I've learned that health is important. So even if I'm not feeling okay, I would definitely rest. Yeah, that's something I've learned. Another lesson I've learned this year is to value people. Value people. Even if they're not your friends, but you just know them from somewhere or anywhere. It could be your colleague, it could be your neighbor. Value them because you don't know when last you would get to see them. If we are the only one on this earth, imagine how the world will look like, how the world would be. So having people around us is what makes the world even a little bit interesting. So value people. That's something I've learned because this year I remember losing a colleague at work. Funny enough, the day before we lost that colleague of mine, I spoke to this person for about 3 hours, close to 4 hours that day. And I'm glad that I actually spoke to that person because everything he said so many meaningful things, so many meaningful things that I would not forget. And that made me realize that people are actually very important, one way or the other, even though we don't tend to realize it very quickly. People are important. Value them. Value them. You might learn one of the things from people. It could be your neighbor, it could be your colleague, it could be a friend from somewhere. Just value people. Another lesson I learned this year is to learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistake, you tend to repeat that mistakes over and over and over again. And this is something we don't want it to happen. So whatever you're doing, if you're doing something and it doesn't work out fine, learn from that mistake so that you would not repeat that mistake again. That's something I have learned. So, guys, these are just a few of the lessons I learned this year. So, if there are other lessons that you learned this year, you can share them with me in the comment section. I'll be there waiting to read your comments, some of the lessons you learned this year. If this is your first time stopping by to watch this video and you got to this point, and you want to hit the subscribe button and be a part of the family, you can also share this video with your loved ones. And on this note, I say bye. See you on my next video.